All right, so here today we got a few special things to talk about and a few fun things to kind of go through and such. Topics of today: buffed rewards and a bunch of different things that we now have that we know now confirmed. On top of that, we also have a special event that kind of got announced here, and just want to talk about all this stuff all together in a video and kind of go through it. So, new to the channel, like and subscribe; it helps out a ton. As always, hope you guys have been having fun with the game. And anniversary is a bit winding down now, I guess you can say. We are running into the next update, which today is I think it's Friday, right? I don't even know. The days of the week are merging. No, it's Thursday. So tomorrow is Friday, which means we should have the next banner reveal again tomorrow or the day after. So prepare for that. Get excited and be ready. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. That's what I pulled. Like and subscribe a ton. Let's get into the video with the first topic being the special little event. Here you go. So kind of a cool thing. Currently, if you don't know, just a little bit of background. Nikke is in a phase of interviewing and announcing things. Right now, all they've been doing is just doing a bunch of interviews. We had two pretty large interviews drop. We also had the dev video drop, which gave our own confirmations. They're in that phase where it's the anniversary, post-anniversary, hype up for the anniversary, and beyond that, they're starting Stellar Blade interviews to announce their Stellar Blade content for when Stellar Blade gets their collab, and for when we get Stellar Blade. So prepare. Over the next few weeks, you will have some pretty big announcements and such. And they're in a good area right now where they have the Padres collab. They are doing things, so be ready for some exciting things pretty close. But they announced this over here, a Nikke radio announcement. Goddess Victor Nikke guest on Nikke Radio, that over there. The voice of Little Mermaid and the voice of Maharu will be on the broadcast. In addition to hearing the secrets of Nikke and others that can be heard here, we may also answer questions submitted by commanders. If you don't know, this segment, they also the same thing over here. They did answer questions when they went to that stage presentation. And what were the things that confirmed? There were a bunch of things. They confirmed some Nikkes that you will see again very soon. They also might confirm some stuff about hey, when will you see from what happened in the end of the story? Not spoiling much, but whatever happened with the other two, you might know the epilogue, right? That's now out. But all that, this is a pretty good thing. I will probably not, I'm not going to stream it most likely, right? Where is it actually being held? So it's being held over here on the official Nikke channel. It drops in 22 hours. I'm probably not going to stream it, but I will definitely cover the post game afterwards and kind of talk about what they reveal over here, because probably it will be a cool little thing that they announce. And I'm gonna say more like story elements and stuff like that, and just a little bit of teasers here and there. But it will be a pretty cool thing. If you want to go and tune into it, you're more than welcome to. But if you can't tune into it, I'll be there to just translate and tell you what happens afterwards. So it'll be a pretty cool thing. So prepare. Very, very sick artwork over here released, and I'm excited to see what they have in store for us with this one, so curious. But with that being said, let's hop into part 2 of this video, which is some buffed up rewards, which we now have. Let's get over there. Beyond that, chaps, hopping back in game real quick, we have some buffs I wanted to go through and some free gems I want to talk about as well. So first things first, as you all know, Overclock kicked up a little bit ago, and they did buff Overclock. So I went back to verify these dev notes. This is something that I originally read. I just didn't think that was exactly what it meant. When I read through it, they confirmed in that dev notes that, hey, we're buffing dailies, we're buffing weeklies, we're buffing simulation room, we're buffing simulation room overclock. They specified solar rates separately. And why do they separate that entire part of the dev notes? It's for a reason, and I'll tell you the reason in a second. Because it's very different, the buff for solar raid versus the buff for simulation room. Now, if you're asking me, go, listen, you promised me a buff for solar raid, you'll see, a lot of people are mad about the buff right now, because yes, it's a horrific buff. And again, we'll talk about that in a second. So, simulation room, it got buffed. It got buffed pretty well, let's be very honest here. Again, how well did simulation room get buffed? Pretty much. We already talked about innate simulation room itself. So, simulation room base was originally, original number for skill manual 142 now became 80. 30 for skill manual 2 became 60. 12, skill manual 3 became 16. Burst manual 140 was what it is now, 21 before, 30 was 15, 8 was 6, and then 12 additional code manual selection boxes added, and 18 additional code manual random reward added for just base simulation room. Again, now we know what overclock rewards look like. Overclock at level 25 was originally 168. 270 is the new number, a very hefty buff for skill manual 1. 124 now to 200 for skill manual 2. 56 now to 90 for skill manual 3. 84 originally for burst manual 1, now it's 135. Burst manual 2 was 62, now it's 100. And originally it was 28 for burst manual 3, now it's 45. Hefty rewards, very, very good stuff. Overclock is now a good, even much better content than what it was before. People complain that it's not worth the time. How much time you sink into Overclock isn't worth that menial amount of skill manuals or burst manuals. Now, it's much more. So, let me know, WBuff, overall, what you think about this. So far, KR is happy. If they're happy, then mostly everybody should be happy. They're the ones that get mad very quickly over stuff, and they still want our Mars skin fixed. They're complaining, dude. I'm so curious if Shift is gonna dodge it because they've dodged it so far. I don't think they're gonna change it. I think they're just gonna ignore that drama. So, and it's a chunk of the community, like a good chunk of the community, mad about that. So, very, very curious. But yeah, that's the simulation room, Overclock, and base sim reward buff. Solo raid, not so good. Solo raid, what they buffed over here is pretty much, if you were to check it, at level 7 and across, right, at all these ones over here, they gave one additional maintenance box, and that is it. Go and check that. One additional maintenance box. Nothing else is buffed. I don't know for sure why that wasn't, like, they didn't buff batteries, even though like people really want batteries buffed. They didn't buff batteries. They just buffed maintenance kits in one. The original statement they put out for this, just so you know, was additionally, slight adjustments will be made to Solo Raid. The acquisition rates for favorite item and collection item maintenance materials will see a modest increase. Furthermore, the upcoming Solo Raid Hall of Fame, that's the tentative name, content is being designed to offer significantly more maintenance materials than before. Our goal is for the Hall of Fame, the tentative name, to serve as a rewarding space, providing clear compensation for players' efforts. Again, that's what they meant. That's why when we read this, we're like, okay, so Solar Red's gonna get buffed. How good is the buff? Not that good of a buff. It's not much of a buff. It's only one additional maintenance kit per run. You get 3 runs per day, so technically you get 3 additional maintenance kits per day. If you think it's good, let me know what you think. Again, that's how they're doing things. So a lot of players are kind of salty about that buff to Solar Raid. Maintenance kits was what people wanted, but you have Road to Villain. That's your saving grace, if anything. So do what you will with this information. Again, let me know what you think about that, about the buff there. But if you're asking me, like, oh, so you talked about Solar Raid. When are we going to see that Solar Raid? And I still can't give you an answer. That's the one thing everybody keeps asking me, like, when? I can't give you an answer. They say a date, but that date never makes sense because they always end up delaying that date. So as of now, just keep waiting, and when they confirm it through patch notes, you'll know for sure, because they haven't delayed anything from patch notes, I think, right? Yet. whoa, yet. Let's not say that. Let's not jinx it. Beyond that, though, 300 free gems are now there in Survey 1. 300 free gems are there in Marketing Survey. Both have dropped. One dropped yesterday, one dropped today. Again, go have fun with these surveys and go give your feedback. A lot of people are mad at certain aspects of this anniversary, whether it be story, whether it be skin design, whether it be burst animation, whether it be Mahara's kit, whether it be the difficulty of the minigame. A lot of valid criticism, a lot of valid opinions, some invalid, yes, but still a lot of valid stuff. Make sure to let them know what you think and let them know to fix those things if those things are, clearly hurting the game. Have fun with this. Enjoy your 600 free gems. Enjoy your Solar Raid season is officially live. Buff, not so good. Simulation Room buff and Overclock buff, huge. But again, they're waiting for Solar Raid Hall of Fame. Truly curious, with the name Hall of Fame, do they mean like it's only for top tier players? So only top tier players like PvP, right? That 1% or 2% of the player base that plays the additional championship. I wonder, are only 2% of the player base actually enjoying that Solar Raid? Questions we don't have answers to just yet, but take care, have fun. Special broadcast soon. I'll let you know what happens afterwards. Enjoy your 600 gems there. Solar Raid's there. Overclock's there. Buffed up. Not bad.